friends, and welcome back to Cooking with Mrs. G. Today we are going to make vanilla cupcakes. As always, kitchen rules are always remember to wash your hands before touching or prepping any food. Second, always cook with an adult. Third, never ever take anything with nuts to school. All right, let's begin by washing our hands. Lots of soap. Not too much though, friends. I know how some of you like to take lots of soap. Okay, let's sing. The more we get together, the more we get together, the happier we'll be. 'Cause my friends are your friends and your friends are my friends. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. All right, let's dry them off. What do you think we need to make a vanilla cupcakes? Well, as you can see here, we have milk, baking powder, vanilla, of course, eggs, margarine or butter, flour, and white sugar. So let's begin by mixing a half a cup of butter or margarine, whichever you prefer. Okay. With 1 cup of sugar. Okay. We'll mix those together. Now while that's mixing together, it's going to cream together just like it does when we make like our cookies. It's going to do the exact same thing. Okay, then we're going to add in 2 eggs. So 1, 2 eggs. And we're going to let that beat together. Come take a look, friends, and see how it's looking. All right, and then we're going to stir in 2 teaspoons of our vanilla. 1, 2. Now I'm adding in a little bit extra because I'm making a double recipe, but I'm giving you all the recipe ingredients and instruction measurements for 1 batch, okay? And see, now that's creaming together. Come take a look, friends. That smells delicious. And then we're going to add in our flour and baking soda. So let's just turn this off for a minute. Okay, now we need 1½ cups of flour. So let's take our 1/2. Okay. But because I am doubling it, I'm going to put in 3. But you only use 1½ cups. I know that sounds a little confusing, friends, but just follow the main instructions. 1½ cups, okay? And then we are going to add in our baking soda, which is 1 3/4 teaspoons. So I'm going to take my 1 and level it off. An extra. Then I'm going to take our 1/2. So that's 1½ and then we're going to make 1/2 of 1, which makes it 3/4. Okay. And then we're going to combine that together. Come and take a look at what's happening here. Our wet ingredients are getting what I call married and creaming together with our dry ingredients. And then after that's all creamed together, we're going to mix in some milk because the dough should be runnier for making cupcakes, right? I'm just going to stop this and push down everything off the sides. Okay. Good job, friends. Turn that up. Oh, I know you're excited to put in the sprinkles, but first we need to do the milk. So we're going to add in 1/2 cup of milk. Careful pouring, make sure you get an adult to help you with this, friends. Turn our mixer down a little bit. While we're prepping this, we need to make the oven preheated to 350 degrees, which I have already done. Come take a look at this, friends. Do you see this? As I put in my next 1/2 cup because I doubled the recipe. Do you see what's happening? Yes, our mix is getting runnier because it should be kind of liquidy instead of solid to make this. Do this, turn it up. Soon it'll be time for our sprinkles. While our cake mix is blending, you can get a muffin tin, cupcake tin. You can line it with papers, cupcake papers, or you could spray some Pam spray or lightly grease it with some margarine or butter or something. I have some Easter cupcake holders, so I'm going to use these to line it. And we should need at least 12 to fill the whole pan up. All right, look at that, friends. Let's take a look before we add in our sprinkles. See how that's creamier? That's how we want our batter to be. Now, how about if we add in however much sprinkles as you want? It's your cake. Make it however you like. If you want to keep your cake mix as white or a vanilla flavored, just keep it like this. If not, you could take food coloring and change the colors in it. You could take chocolate cocoa powder and add in probably about 1/2 cup, and that would make it a chocolate. I'm not going to measure these. I'm just going to pour it in. I think that's probably good. That's probably about 1/4 cup. Let's take a look. We don't want to overpower it too much with all the sprinkles. I know some of you might want to, but let's not. Unless, of course, you really do want to. All right, that is done. So let's take this. Shake off any extra. Good. Then I'm going to take a smaller measuring cup. I'd say probably about a 1/3 cup or 1/2 cup. Come over here, friends, because now we're going to pour our dough into the liners. Now what you want to do is fill it about 2/3 of the way full, okay? Because if you go too full, it's going to come out over and leak all over and make big cupcakes. And we don't want that. We want them just nice so that they stay in the liners. Okay. I hope your day is going well. Did you guys check into School Zone today? Do all your work with your class? I sure hope so. All right. Got to be careful with this because sometimes the papers crinkle up, don't stay in place. And then once we do this, what I like to do is give it the pan a little shake down. So then everything falls down and just kind of fix my liners a little bit. And then friends, it's going to bake in the oven at 350 degrees for about 20 to 25 minutes on the middle rack. This is where you'll need to set a timer and have an adult check them. I think you should really check them though at the 15-minute mark and just keep adding extra time. The way I like to check to see if my cupcakes are done is I take a toothpick and poke it right directly in the middle. And if it comes out clear, that means it's done. If it comes out with some liquid on it still, the cake batter, it means it needs a little bit more time, and just start cooking it at the 2-minute intervals after that, okay? I went ahead and I baked some already, and so these are the finished product. I hope you like them. On our next video right after this, we are going to make some green icing to decorate these because I'm going to make them Easter bunny kind of style. And so I'll show you how to make some buttercream icing to go on top of these. So until then, friends, take care.